Prem Shankar Jha joins us from New Delhi, the editor, former editor, I should say, of the Hindustan Times. Thank you very much indeed for joining us on the News Hour. Are these elections significant?
They are extremely important for the future of Kashmir, and at one remove, the future of India.
Well, you say that because the reason I ask if they're significant is that, as I understand it, people there may not turn out particularly low because they've lost faith in the democratic process.
This is not likely to be uniform. If it happens, first of all, I don't think it will happen. Because everyone, I think, there knows that this is a very important election. If it does, to the extent that it will happen, it will reflect the sort of popularity of various key leaders. And at this moment, there are four major contesting parties there. There is the Indian Congress, which is an All India party, but which has strong Kashmiri roots. There is the National Conference, which is the Kashmiri party, whereas there is the People's Democratic Party, which is the Kashmiri party, which until 2014 did have the protest vote of Kashmir with it and had a very high turnout then. And then the fourth party is the new one created by Azad Independent Party, I think it's called the AIDP, of Engineer Rashid, who is considered a maverick, but actually he's a very fine social worker. And the government has kept him in jail for 5 years without trial and without bail on accusations of terror funding, which they have never actually clarified, nor have they tried him for. But they've let him out in the last phase of the election in order to stimulate his party to get a large number of seats, which they will do. They are fighting in 12 out of 47 seats in Kashmir only, and I am absolutely certain that they'll win all 12. Because Engineer Rashid, as he's called in Kashmir, because he's a socialist, he's actually an
And Prem, as for this special autonomy that was revoked back in 2019, is there any chance that that might be reinstated following the results of this election? That
cannot be done by the state government.
Sure, but can they pressure the national government?
It has to be done only by a 2/3 majority of parliament, which Kashmir by itself cannot get. And certainly not under the current regime, which is the one that has actually destroyed its autonomy under Article 370 of the Constitution. So that is not the issue. But when Kashmir gets full statehood, I assure you that the powers of the full state are even greater than the powers that they've enjoyed so far. It will be then exactly like any other of the 18 or 31 states in India. And these states have told the central government to sort of, they've sent them off. They've refused to do. They have terrific amount of independence. And therefore, the important thing today is not going back to Article 370, but for the Kashmiris to dominate the next government in Jammu and Kashmir. And that is what everyone who wants a good solution in Kashmir is hoping to see.
Well, we will await the results of these regional elections very carefully, as I'm sure you will. Perhaps we can talk when the results come through.